This is Sarah and Alicia, and this is our final for yoga. We're gonna start off with stretching and getting warmed up so our muscles are loose. Then we are going to reach our hands and go into mountain pose. And then we're gonna touch our toes and lift halfway up. And we're gonna do that a few times. And you're gonna make sure that you're breathing throughout this and being calm and taking deep breaths. And then you're gonna go into plank, and then you're gonna go push up into cobra, and you're gonna go back down and then do cobra again.
How we doing over there, boys?
Then we're gonna go into down dog and make sure that your legs are a little bit bent when doing this and your hips are up. And then you're gonna walk your feet to your hands and you're going to halfway lift again. And then you're gonna stretch, and at the ending pose, you're gonna go into prayer.
Okay, now for the second round, we're just gonna bend down, touch our toes, and then lift halfway up. Do a few breaths in and out. Then reach down, touch your toes again. Halfway. Reach down, touch your toes, and push your feet back to a plank. After being in a plank for a few seconds, you're gonna go down and hold, and then go into cobra. You're gonna do cobra for a few rounds. Deep breath in and out. Then you're gonna push back into a plank and then child's pose. For as long as desired, just in and out breathing. After this, you're gonna push your feet back up into down dog. Make sure your hips are up and your head's down and your feet are flat. Then put your tabletop and then we're gonna do a few rounds of cat and cow, which is just pushing your butt back and your head up and then rounding your back like a cat. Breathing in for a cow and then out for a cat. After this, you're gonna go back to a plank. And then put your feet up to your hands and then up halfway and then down to your feet again. And then stand up, mountain, and prayer.
All right, and now we're gonna go back down into plank, and then we are gonna hold that for a few seconds, and then you're gonna step your foot through and then turn your toes to the side behind you, and you're gonna bend your front knee, and you're gonna inhale and bring your arms over your head and arch your back and hold your breath deeply for 5 seconds. And now we're going into warrior 2, where you're just gonna turn your hips to the side and just stretch your arms to the side. And then we're gonna go into reverse warrior, and you're just gonna turn your palms upward and lean back and slide your left hand down and Now we're going into Warrior 4, and you're gonna switch your hands and reach back with your left hand and reach the other arm in the air. Then we're gonna go back into Warrior 2 for a few seconds, and then to Warrior 1 again. Make sure you're doing deep breaths throughout this, and then we're gonna go back down and step back out into plank. And then we're gonna do a few rounds of Cobra. And then we're gonna go to down dog and step through with our other foot. And make sure to turn your toes at a 45-degree angle in the back and bend your knee forward. And then we're gonna turn to the side for Warrior 2. Make sure to stretch out your arms and make sure your knee is bent slightly over your ankle. And then we're gonna go back into Reverse Warrior and make sure you turn your palms upwards. And then to Warrior 4, we're gonna reach our arm up the other way and all right, and then we're gonna go back into Warrior 2 and hold your breath deeply, and then we're gonna turn back into Warrior 1 where we started. And then we're gonna go back down into plank and hold that for a few seconds. Then we're gonna drop down and stretch into Cobra, and then go back down. Make sure you're breathing in and out deeply. And then you're gonna go back into Child's Pose and hold that for as long as you want.
Okay, so now we're gonna roll back onto our backs and just roll our back out. Rock from side to side. Then you're gonna lift your one leg and then like move it around side to side. Then move your hips over to the side and roll it to your opposite side with your arm out. This gives your back a nice stretch. And you're gonna do the same thing on the opposite leg. Okay, now you're going to lift your leg on top of your other knee and then grab your hand through to your other leg and then just move your ankle around. This gives your hamstring a nice stretch. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put it on your knee and then grab your other leg. Now you're gonna have both your feet and your hands on the ground and then lift your hips up. I'm just gonna do this for a few times, breathing throughout. Lifting up and down. And then if you want, you could take it to the next level and do a bridge. And yeah, that's it.